Hey there. Welcome to your own personal deep dive. Today, we're going deep on something, well, you don't see every day. A rental service representative for water transport equipment.
Hmm.
Yeah, you heard that right.
Interesting.
When your request came through, I, I gotta admit, my curiosity was seriously piqued. What is so intriguing about this job? What kind of person thrives in this role? Luckily, we've got a stack of info from RoleCatcher, which seems like the place to go for all things career-related.
Yeah, they're great.
And we're going to break it all down for you.
It's not every day someone requests a deep dive into a niche like this, so, it's going to be interesting.
Right. Okay, so first things first. What does a rental service representative actually do? I'm picturing someone in a little booth by a dock, handing out life jackets and sunscreen.
Well, get ready to ditch that image. This is a multifaceted role, and this career guide from RoleCatcher breaks it down beautifully. They manage rental agreements, which means dealing with contracts and payments, and maybe even some light legal stuff. Then there's the customer interaction side, answering questions, explaining rental terms, and, as we'll see later, maybe doing some on-the-fly problem solving.
Okay, so more than just handing out keys to a jet ski.
Way more. It's about ensuring a smooth and enjoyable experience for the customer, which means having at least a basic understanding of how the equipment works.
This FAQs section mentions troubleshooting equipment issues, which, let's be honest, with anything on the water, there's potential for things to go a little sideways.
Exactly. Imagine a customer comes back with a stalled jet ski. It could be something simple, like they forgot to turn the fuel line on. Don't laugh, it happens. Or it could be something more complex, like engine trouble. Knowing the basics about these machines is critical, and you might even need to get your hands dirty.
Huh.
This isn't just an office gig. It seems there's a good amount of hands-on work involved.
Hold on, wait so much for my cozy office by the Marina Daydream. Now I'm imagining someone knee-deep in a jet ski engine compartment trying to diagnose a problem while a frustrated customer waits. Talk about pressure. And speaking of pressure, this whole pros and cons section really stood out to me. Flexible hours, that's fantastic. But then irregular income, what's the deal with that?
That's where things get really interesting. It seems the flexibility of this role often comes with a trade-off. Think about it. Water transport equipment rentals are likely seasonal. You'll have your busy periods where everyone wants to be out on the water. And then things probably slow down significantly in the off-season. The guide doesn't get into specifics, but that could mean fluctuating paychecks or being heavily reliant on performance-based bonuses.
So 1 month you're rolling in it, the next you're carefully rationing your snack budget?
Ah,
I see how that could be a deal breaker for some.
okay.
Okay, so we've established that this job is not for the faint of heart.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to be ready for anything from mechanical mishaps to fluctuating finances.
Yeah, you really do. But what about the skills themselves? I mean, I'm guessing most folks don't just waltz in with a PhD in outboard motors and a black belt in customer service.
Right. What does it really take to excel in this role?
You're right, it's a unique blend. And surprisingly, this specialism's breakdown from RoleCatcher reveals that customer service takes the lion's share at 63%, even more than administrative tasks, which clock in at 56%.
Wow.
So yeah, you're not just managing boats or jet skis, you're managing people and their expectations.
63%. Wow. So
Yes.
more people person than propeller head. That's wild.
Yeah.
It makes sense, though. Dealing with the public always comes with its own set of, shall we say, learning opportunities.
Exactly. Remember those FAQs we mentioned earlier? They highlight the potential for challenging customer interactions. Imagine someone rents a boat for a day trip, forgets to fuel it up another classic, and blames you for ruining their afternoon. Or picture this. You have to explain to an excited but inexperienced renter that, no, they can't take a jet ski out in a thunderstorm, even if they promised their kids.
Oh, man, I can see the headlines now. Rental rep Russell's jet ski from thunderstorm-obsessed tourist. But seriously, those scenarios require some serious patience and conflict resolution skills.
Absolutely. This role is about clear communication, managing expectations, and sometimes even being a bit of a psychologist.
Oh, yeah.
You need to de-escalate situations, find solutions, and make sure everyone leaves, if not thrilled, at least satisfied enough not to write a scathing online review.
It sounds like you need the patience of a saint combined with the resourcefulness of a wilderness guide.
Yeah.
But hey, maybe that's part of the appeal. Speaking of appeal, let's talk career trajectory. Can you actually climb the ranks in the world of water transport equipment rentals? Or are you destined to forever hand out life jackets and troubleshoot temperamental engines?
Don't worry, this isn't a dead-end job. This career stages section is actually quite promising. It outlines a clear path from entry-level roles all the way up to senior management positions.
Hold on, senior management. As in, you could be calling the shots for the entire rental operation. I'm picturing a corner office overlooking a marina, a team of eager assistants, and maybe even a company boat.
Hey, I like where your head's at. But in all seriousness, the potential for advancement is definitely there. You could move into a managerial role overseeing other rental reps or specialize in a particular area like fleet management, maintenance, or even customer relations. The guide even mentions some folks leveraging their experience to branch out into related fields like logistics or marine sales.
So you could go from handing out keys to managing a fleet of luxury yachts. That's a plot twist I didn't see coming.
It's true. This role can be a fantastic stepping stone for someone who's ambitious and eager to learn. But even if you're not gunning for the corner office, this RoleCatcher guide stresses the importance of continuous learning. They recommend staying up to date with industry publications, attending conferences, and even joining professional organizations.
So even if your heart belongs to jet skis, it pays to know a thing or two about, I don't know, catamarans or something.
Exactly. The water transport industry is constantly evolving with new technologies, regulations, and customer demands. Staying ahead of the curve is crucial for anyone who wants to thrive in this field, regardless of their specific role.
Right.
It's about showing that you're adaptable, knowledgeable, and passionate about the industry.
Speaking of adapting to a changing world, let's talk about this whole AI to the rescue thing. Because RoleCatcher seems pretty gung-ho about their AI-powered tools.
You really do.
They even claim they can help you beat the automated recruiter. Now, I'm all for a good David versus Goliath story, but battling an algorithm sounds a tad intimidating. Is this the future of job hunting? Are we all going to need coding skills just to land an interview?
That's a great question, and one that a lot of people are grappling with. AI is definitely changing the recruitment landscape, and yes, it can seem a bit overwhelming at first. But let me demystify it a bit. When we talk about beating the automated recruiter, we're essentially talking about understanding how algorithms work and using that knowledge to your advantage.
So after diving deep into this world of water transport equipment rentals, we've uncovered a role that's, well, far more than meets the eye. It's a dynamic blend of customer service, technical know-how, and even a dash of digital strategy.
Yeah, it's really quite something.
But the big question is, what does all of this mean for you?
That's the heart of it, isn't it? We've laid out the landscape, explored the challenges and opportunities, and even peeked behind the digital curtain of modern recruiting. Now it's time for you to chart your own course.
So, thinking back on everything we've uncovered, do you feel more drawn to this career path or less so? What do you think?
Maybe you're intrigued by the blend of hands-on work and customer interaction, or perhaps the potential for flexible hours and career growth really resonates with you.
Yeah.
On the other hand, maybe the thought of fluctuating income or dealing with challenging customers gives you pause.
And hey, that's totally okay. There's no right or wrong answer here. What matters is that you now have a much clearer picture of what this job entails beyond the surface level job title.
Exactly. This deep dive was all about empowering you with the knowledge to make an informed decision.
Right.
And remember, this RoleCatcher material is just the tip of the iceberg. They've got tons of resources, links to industry associations, interview guides, even a breakdown of transferable skills.
It's like a treasure map. You've got the lay of the land, now go forth and explore. Seriously, though, if you're genuinely interested in this field, I highly encourage you to check out those additional resources. They're really valuable.
And as you continue your exploration, remember this. No matter what career path you're considering, taking the time to understand the industry trends, required skills, and potential growth opportunities is absolutely essential.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. Don't be afraid to ask questions, do your research, and yes, even request a deep dive or two. You never know what hidden gems you might discover.
And who knows, maybe your request will be featured on a future episode. Until then, happy exploring.
Happy exploring, everyone.